Hello everyone, this is Amarpreet Singh from Amar's Tech Tuts. Today we are going to discuss a couple of DAX functions used in Power BI. The functions are SUM and SUMX. So this is a simple table report which I have created using a dataset from an Excel file. You can see we have various cities, products and quantity and unit price of these products which have been sold. So I'll just open the Excel file to see the data once. And you can see this is the data which we have imported to our desktop, Power BI desktop, and let's initially try to understand what exactly SUM and SUMX functions do, or what exactly the difference between the two is. So in case of SUM function, it's a column based function, so it just operates on one single column. So in case we want to have sum of this particular column, so it'll just do the sum for all these values and give you the amount. Maybe it's 91, that's a total of quantity, and that's what we get. But in case of a SUMX function, it's an iterative function. So what do we mean by iterative function? An iterative function is one which goes row by row and performs some expression or some calculation row wise. So in case we want to do total sales for all the products, so in that case we need to multiply each row quantity with its unit price and do the sum after everything is done. So in that case we can say like SUMX would calculate like this. So this is how the SUMX function would work, and finally it will give us the result as this. So there's a lot of difference between SUM 91 and SUMX total sales, that's 38754. So let's just try to implement this in Power BI using a couple of measures. So this is our table. Let's just go to our data and add a couple of measures. So initially I'll add for sales, total sales, or in fact I'll just add for total quantity. So I'm just using SUM function here, and as you can see it just shows the syntax. So we just need to provide one column name. So the column name I'll be providing is sales quantity, and when I do it, you can see our measure is created. So I'll just add it in our table. So our new measure is added. So now if you observe, I don't see much difference between quantity and total quantity. It's actually giving the same value. Why is it so? This is because this also takes into consideration any filters. So right now this first row has city, Montreal, and product as basketball. So it will only show the quantity for these. That's 3. So in case I just place another card in my report, let me just add a card. So I've just added a card, and let me just add this new measure which we have created using SUM function in this card. So you can see now we can see the total quantity in this card, 91. So this is how we use SUM function. Let's just try to create another measure using SUMX function now. So let's just right click on sales, our table, and create a new measure. And let's say total sales. SUMX. So I'll just use SUMX function here. As you can see the syntax, we need to provide the table name first and then an expression. So the table name is sales, and the expression I would like to give is quantity into unit price. So a new measure with SUMX function is created. So let me add this into our first table which we have created. So you can see now the SUMX function total sales has been added, and it has gone row by row and done the calculation. So the sum for basketball in Montreal was 150, quantity was 3, unit price was 50, so they multiplied it and we got the sum as 150. So again same thing, so we can add another card here. In this card we can place the new measure which we have created using SUMX function, and we get the total sales. So I hope that you have understood the difference between sum and SUMX function here. Another thing I want to discuss is, like what we have done using SUMX function can also be done using a new column. So we can add a new calculated column. We can right click on the table name and create a new column, and maybe we can say total sales calc, total sales column. So in this we can directly provide the quantity, multiplied with unit price. Okay. So we can add this column also in our table to check what exactly it does. So we have added this column, and you see that there's not much difference between total sales SUMX and total sales column which we have added now. So it's giving the same amount here. So this is another way we can do it, but I would prefer measures as they're calculated on the spot, whereas the calculated columns might take some memory. So this is the basic of sum and SUMX functions. Hope you have understood it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.